my beauties, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you that have just stumbled across this video, you've never heard of me before, you've never seen me, my name is Andrea and this is Soul Embers. Existing viewers and subscribers, welcome back to your channel, guys. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for the love and the high vibes you bring here to Soul Embers through your comments, your likes, your subscriptions. I'm just unbelievably grateful, and I'm sending you all many virtual hugs. And if you're a hugger, I don't care, because guess what, I am. Anyway, so today's reading is going to be quite different to what you're used to, and possibly quite different to what you've seen before. However, I do these kinds of spreads for my clients when they're going through quite substantial transitions in their life. And I really wanted to bring this to you today because I have been guided. No, I haven't been guided. I've been heavily pushed by my spirit guides and the divine to do more of these during this massive energetic shift we're currently facing as we're closing out the last decade and entering the new one as well as the new year, right? And what I found is the outcome I'm having at the moment with this specific reading has been extraordinary for my clients. They're walking away with so much clarity, and the energy that I'm just pulling in is absolutely huge, to the degree that I can't do more than 2 of these types of readings per day. But I'm very excited to bring it to you because I just know that you can gain so much out of this, and you can make some really positive and massive shifts as you close out the previous cycle and get rid of whatever it is that doesn't serve you, and truly embrace the new decade and the new year, only taking what you need with you and manifesting the kind of life that you really want to manifest, right? So there will be a description on why I've chosen these 4 specific cards. I've put it at the end of your reading. So if you're interested in knowing why these cards, why this type of reading, feel free to just stay on and have a listen. It's there for you to, get more information on why and how I go about doing my readings, I guess. So in a nutshell, guys, before I close this off, I've noticed that you guys are really drawn to the love and X spreads, and that's awesome. I hope you find what you're looking for there, and I will definitely continue doing those. However, this is more about your fundamental essence, the fundamental essence of who you are. This is your core, at your core, what you're manifesting and bringing into your reality. What blockages are there? Which aspects of yourself, your conscious and subconscious, do you need to tap into through your inner high priestess and unify and release, heal and let go of, so that you can only plant seeds and fertilize and grow what is in your best interest? Okay, so once you can really hit the nail on the head here, everything else will just flow, guys. It will be like a domino effect. Energy in every aspect of your life will shift, including your love life. Okay, so I'm going to finish it off there. I will jump into your readings now, so I'll see you on the other side. Hello, beautiful Aquarius. I have already shuffled and meditated on your cards prior to the recording, but before I jump into it, anything and everything you need to know about how I go about doing my readings, how these energies can be applied and how they play out, what we mean when we say timing is fluid, as well as a disclaimer which has important information on the content of the channel. It's all in the description box below, as well as what to do if the message doesn't resonate. One thing's for sure, guys, don't force it to fit. There is information on how you can go about finding a reading that better fits with you at this time. If you're vibing with my style and really would like to reach out for a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. Email address is in the description box. So let's jump into it, Aquarius, and see what is going on. What is the new year bringing you? What are you closing out? What are you releasing? And what are you letting go? Also, during the pre-shuffle, a very clear message for you guys. I saw Archangel Michael's sword, the sword of truth, and the sun was shining so brightly, and the sword was on the ground in a meadow, and it was reflecting off
the sun was reflecting off the sword, and that's what caught my eye. And I'm feeling that truth and clarity has come to you at like a lightning bolt. It's hit you on the head. I feel that for the past few years you've been working towards finding your inner truth, and it now has arrived. You've manifested it, you've brought it down from the ether into your tangible world, and you have unblocked any aspects of your inner high priestess or your inner self, your subconscious, that have been preventing you to, seeing that it's here for you and it's up for the taking. So let's jump into it and see what other messages we get, Aquarius. I'm actually so freaking, I'm really excited to see what's coming. The energy that I'm pulling in for you guys is very, very intense. Okay, so let's see how you're going about manifesting at this time. How are the Aquarians going about manifesting? Okay, and let's have a look how you're going with your inner high priestess. Okay, that one wanted to flip. How's your subconscious thoughts, your conscious thoughts? Are they in unison? Are they, oh, this is beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. So I just want to pull out one or two more cards. Sorry, bear with me guys while I do this. This one. Okay, so what I'm getting here, Aquarius, is as we're closing out the old year, the old year, 2019, and stepping into a new year and a new decade, you're coming from a space where there was a lot of heartbreak, and this can apply to absolutely any part of your life. So place it however it fits, if it fits for you. A lot of heartbreak, a lot of emotional vulnerability is what I'm getting, and you have been in that in your head and in a headspace of not knowing how you can move forward out of this space and how to manifest whatever it is that makes you happy. Your emotional stability. I feel that your emotional stability was really rocked. If not recently, I'm actually sensing that you've been healing for quite some time. You've been trying to heal for quite some time. And, you know, it seems like you're now coming out of a space of hurt, healing, vulnerability. You've done a lot of self-reflection. You've done a lot of work at trying to manifest this, emotional stability and really give birth to it in however that looks for you, however you envision that to be looking for you. And you're coming out of that space where you're really in your head and not able to move out of it. There was this energy of being really stuck. You wanted to move, you tried to put things in place, you consciously did the inner work, and you also did the outer work, put things in place to help you heal. For example, you may have taken up yoga or Pilates or some form of healing, or whatever it is that you did to release, heal, and let go. And I'm feeling that you're determined, you're absolutely determined to move forward now, to move forward with this fight of finding your inner calm, your inner peace, your inner stability, you build yourself up emotionally, and you're willing to shut anything out with that sword of clarity. Here it comes again, that I saw in the pre-shuffle. Cut absolutely anything out that does not help you get to that stage of emotional stability. You've really dug deep within your subconscious, trying to identify where this block is. and trying to kind of bring those two aspects of your conscious and subconscious thoughts in better alignment so that you can identify where these challenges lie in you healing and releasing. Because I'm feeling like you've really had trouble letting go. But, you know, something has happened. You've leveled up, you've definitely leveled up, you've done the hard work, and now you've seen this clarity with like at lightning bolt speed. It's come at you, you've recognized it, you've tapped into your inner high priestess, and you're like, yep, that's what it is. I'm now going to pick that clarity up, and I'm going to move forward into the new year, into the new decade, so much more wiser. And you know now what those triggers are that send you into your head space, into your head where you're constantly going over things again and again. You've learned from the heartbreak due to a lack of fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, and now you know what it is that you definitely don't want to do to ever go back there again. And so now you're in that space of truly giving birth to a new you. This is exactly where I feel that you're at right now. You're more at peace. You are coming from a space of truly nurturing yourself, giving yourself a lot of love. You know, you're forgiving yourself. You're giving yourself understanding, and you know, you're giving yourself space and time to work through this new aspect of your being as you shift into 2020, knowing that you have definitely got the power, and you've definitely got all the tools from the lessons that you've learned to bring things into manifestation that you truly want, that will lead you to your emotional fulfillment. You know exactly how to maintain the balance now and what you need to cut out. So you're coming from being very vulnerable to being very strong, very firm in your values, to having found your inner compass. And it's almost like I can see you walking slowly through the meadow. You are in no rush now. The hardest part is over for you. You have now reached that point where now that you have gone about your healing, now that you've gone about your releasing, or the majority of it, I should say, really leveling up your intuition, leveling up spiritually, becoming more powerful in your manifestation is going to be so much easier. I'm feeling that moving forward, you're really concerned about the weight that will come with maintaining this new aspect of yourself. You have really been weighed down by your past experiences, and you definitely don't want to take them with you into the new year and into the new cycle. And I'm getting the message that no, it's fine. You can release that weight. You don't need to carry it anymore, because there is no way you can put order, and you can plan, and you can, you know, set limits and boundaries in your tangible world to manifest the kind of life that you want if you're carrying this weight around. You don't physically, emotionally, or spiritually have the capacity to carry this with you anymore. Okay, but what you do have that you may not have tapped into and you're not aware of is the intuition, the power, the abundance, the love, the inner strength to move forward. So this is a very, very beautiful message, Aquarius. Don't be afraid. You have, I feel that you haven't yet recognized just how much you have, how far I should say you have come. Extraordinarily far. You have become so much stronger. You know, I'm just keep hearing, don't take with you those things from your past that will absolutely do nothing but weigh you down and put you back into, you know, your obsessive thinking. All right, so I'm going to pull out finally to close out this reading, just a card on what you need to surrender to finally recognize your power, recognize how far you've come, and finally release that weight and that burden so that you can start to plant the seeds now that you've entered that new cycle, and you can also maintain the boundaries and set order in your tangible world so that you can continually manifest and nurture and grow that. Okay, so what does Aquarius need to surrender? Surrender your fear of intimacy. So I wonder, guys, does this heartbreak and emotional, does this have to do with heartbreak, guys? Because I'm feeling a lot of pain, emotional pain. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Spot on. Spot on. You are so ready. You are so ready. And it's fear that's, you know, holding you back from taking that final step and dropping this weight. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Aquarius, my beautiful Aquarius, you have got this. You've got this. You know better now. You've learnt your lessons. Archangel Michael sent me a clear sign. You know, you found your inner truth. You have leveled up. You will move forward with truth and with clarity on what needs to be done. And you will cut out anything that will cause cause you any emotional distress or compromise your emotional happiness. You've so got this, guys. You are ready to let love in. Let it in. This was double confirmation. The Empress, that's what she's about. She is love. This is you right now. You are love. You are love. You are fertility. You give birth to new ideas. You plant the seeds. You nurture them. Your creativity is abundant. You know, maybe there's some sacral chakra work that needs to be done here to finally release and let this go. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you found this message helpful. Sending you many, many healing thoughts. I have total faith, and I truly believe and feel within myself that you guys have exactly what it takes. Just keep doing what you're doing because you're on the right path. Okay, guys, bye. Thanks for staying on, guys, for the description on why I've chosen these 4 majors and what I mean by focused channeling. So focused channeling for me is basically just that. I have selected 4 cards and I focus the energy that I'm channeling to receive messages for these specific cards and what the meaning behind these cards are. And the reason why I've chosen these 4 is because, like I mentioned earlier, of the massive energetic transition we're currently facing. As you close out your old cycle, I really want to see you guys elevating and really lifting your vibration. And it all starts with the power of how you're manifesting and setting your intentions, which is what the magician is all about. You know, your inner magician is all about having everything that you need and knowing that you have it. Knowing within yourself that you have the power to recognize what it is that you want and need to set your focused intention into the ether and pull it into your tangible world. You know, they say that the magician is very calm, looks very calm, but is very focused, very happy to be in a state of basically meditation. And that's where he can tap into the energies that are available for him in the universe to pull into his tangible world, or into the tangible world, I should say. So that's why we start off with the magician, and then we move on to the high priestess, because once it's arrived here in your tangible world, how are you going to recognize the synchronicities and the signs that it's arrived and it's here and up for the taking? The high priestess is all about, you know, being the guardian between your conscious and subconscious mind. She's the gatekeeper, you know, negation and affirmation, the positive and the negative, the yin and the yang. And there are elements of our subconscious mind that we can't tap into, or that there are blockages. So is your inner high priestess blocking you from manifesting what it is that you want in your world? Or is there an element that needs to be worked on, healed, released, so that you can unify your subconscious and conscious mind to a degree that you are ready to, at this time, to bring in those manifestations? They say that she stands a guardian because ultimately it is my belief, and everyone has one, everyone has an opinion, right? But if you're not ready to receive something, you haven't leveled up and you're not ready to receive it, it is the high priestess that stands in the way and says, no, I'm not going to allow this to filter through, because my Capricorn, my Virgo, my Pisces, my Scorpio, whichever star sign, is not quite ready to receive this yet. There still needs to be work done on healing, releasing and letting go, on, you know, coming to a more unified type of state before this can take place and be manifested into reality. And then we move on into the Empress. So, you know, your inner Empress, so beautiful, so loving, so creative, so nurturing, gives birth to those manifestations. She is the creator of your world. And so it is through those manifestations that your inner Empress will plant those seeds and water them and fertilize them and give birth to the world that you want to create. And she consistently does that. Consistently comes from that space. So what do we do, let's say, if your manifestations aren't always what you want, because you're not setting focused intention, because you're unclear of what your intentions need to be, right? Well, your inner Empress will still manifest those into your world. She'll still nurture and fertilize them. But then it's up to the inner Emperor within you to truly set order, to set those boundaries, to trim the hedges so you can see over them, giving you the power of foresight so you can be prepared of what lies ahead. You know, if the inner Empress is constantly fertilizing and growing, whatever it is your manifestations are, it's quite possible that the journey that you see on that path that lies ahead will be overgrown with potential weeds or grass or whatever you want to call it, blocking your view and causing you to be somewhat confused, not knowing a way to redirect yourself, possibly bringing on stagnancy. It is your inner Emperor that will make sure that all those hedges are trimmed, like I said, that your path is clear, that you're pursuing your path with focus, with intention, with order, trimming away absolutely everything that doesn't serve you on this path to your greatest good. So that pretty much sums it up, guys. This is why I've chosen these 4 majors. I think that they're very relevant to the current energetic shift we're facing, and the messages have been, as I said, quite powerful.